Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Web3 Deep Dive Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Wolfson. Today I've got a really great interview lined up for you all today. I am in person here at the Own.App studio, and I am speaking with Katia Zaitsev. She is the co-founder and COO of Own.App. So really excited to do this in-person interview here today with Katia. We talk all about the importance of decentralized social media, what that means, how it helps creators, and why creators from the Web2 world might want to use a platform like Own, which does have decentralization built into it. So Katia goes into everything about that in this interview. So I want you guys to stay tuned for the entire episode so you don't miss anything that Katia has to say about decentralized social media. Before getting started, I also want to take the time to remind you guys to smash that like button, hit subscribe, especially if you enjoyed the content that you're seeing today. I've got plenty more of that coming your way, and I really want to stay in touch with you guys. So please do that. Without further ado, let's get started with today's interview. Hey, Katia, how's it going?
It's good. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me here at the Own office.
Yes, the Own HQ. We're finally doing it here. How many podcasts? We're finally doing one together. I'm excited.
I've been using this studio for, months now, and now I finally get you in person, so I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited too, and hopefully more to come.
Definitely, definitely. Katia, before we get started, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in the crypto space?
Yeah, so my name is Katia Zaitsev. I am the co-founder and COO of Own.App. I've been in the space since 2016, actually. Not full-time as a founder, but first as an investor. I met my co-founder in Estonia, out of all places, and I was just finishing school, and he introduced me to blockchain technology, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Then I was like, what is this? And knew the power of how that's going to evolve in everything that we use. And that's anything from finance, IP, legal, real estate, and so on and so forth, subconsciously, but I wasn't ready then to jump into everything. So I went deeper involved into it in 2021 when NFTs were in a craze. And that's when I met you, dabbled into that and had a Web3 consultancy agency, which then evolved into me and my co-founder Mir building Own, which is a decentralized TikTok social media platform, which I'm happy to talk about today.
Yes, and we're going to get into all of that. And yeah, you're a crypto OG, just like myself. You've been in the industry since 2016, yep. 2017 as well?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that you met Amir in Estonia.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's a tech hub, right? Have you been?
No,
Oh
never.
my God.
Nope.
Tallinn is such a nice town, and it's a huge tech hub. And I went to this event, and it was actually founders of Paxful. You probably know Paxful. Yeah. So their headquarters were there. So a bunch of, then they weren't what they were, or at least now they were just blowing up. And it was super cool. I guess I met a lot of the OGs then that taught me the ropes. I was there for 3 weeks, and and always look back, I'm like, what if I just stayed?
Right.
Right. And so, but it was super cool. But yeah, that's when I met Amir.
Cool. And now here we all are in Austin, Texas, which is also one of the tech regions of the US and maybe even of the world. There's a lot of tech here, a lot of crypto.
Yeah. And a lot of tech, a lot of crypto, a lot of great startups building here. As you know, I wasn't always living here. It's only 2.5 years ago we decided to move here, but I think that it's becoming a great hub here. There's a lot of crypto events. We just hosted Crypto Mondays here at the headquarters, and we're going to start doing that monthly.
Cool.
And there's just a lot of people moving here because I think it's still kind of affordable compared to New York or San Francisco. And there's a lot of talent here, thanks to Elon Musk and a lot of other big tech firms moving headquarters here.
Definitely. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Own.App. You've got all the gear on, which I love. You've got the shirt, you've got the hat, you've got the background,
bracelets,
the cup. I love that. Our listeners are going to be like, how can I get some of that?
Yes, on our website.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about Own and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so Own, we are a decentralized social media platform. Like TikTok, our investors call us the TikTok killer. But of course, you own all of the content, all of your followers. We as a company have no access to it, which is very, very important as the rise of AI and everything we're hearing, the news of the sale, non-sale of TikTok, and the evolution of the creator economy, right? But it's also gamified, which is really exciting because I think that the next evolution of any social media platform that goes on there needs to have another hook other than the ownership level. Right? Because we have to target the average 16-year-old that's creating, TikTok videos and dance videos online that maybe not understands the importance of ownership, but not how to use it. Right? So we created Own to be very user-friendly, but also fun and gamified. So there is a leaderboard on there where creators are competing to be the number one creator on the weekly basis, but also the top content of the day. So people are upvoting, downvoting content, and while owning their IP right now. And I'm happy to say that we're live in beta currently and fully launching in November timeframe. And 90% of our user base have no idea that they're using a decentralized app, which is, I think, very powerful.
That is because that's how we drive mainstream adoption. Before we get into that, I want you to talk a little bit about what decentralized social media means. I mean, you talked about owning everything and owning the IP and nobody owns it. Tell us a little bit more about that concept.
Yeah. So current social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Reddit and all the other platforms, the platform has access to all of your data and information and so on and so forth, which is a problem because it is platform first and not creator first. And as social media has evolved into the creator economy, platforms that were first created to connect and create a social network created into a creator economy and reinvented how creators are the new brands and new media. They're influencing so many things, but the infrastructure is not built to support that growing industry. So what owning the IP means and decentralization means, it means that the company has essentially no access to it and the users have complete ownership of their IP. They could choose to post it and remove it whenever they want to, and the company can't have access to it and resell and so on and so forth. So when we were building Own, there's many different options that we looked on in terms of protocols of what to build Own on. And for it to be as fast as cloud speed and centralized platforms, there's just no protocol out there to support 4K video live streams. So we had to build our own protocol that is called the Ethernet. And the Ethernet is a decentralized cluster system that is just as fast as cloud speed. And it's a peer-to-peer consensus layer where all the data is stored in decentralized clusters across the user's phones. And when a user creates an account, they have their own private key that controls all the IP that they post on the platform in their decentralized cluster. And us as a company have zero access to it, and they can do what they choose to do with it on the platform.
That's interesting. And so they don't know anything about that. They're just, so what is it with with Own? Why would someone choose, since they don't know that it's, or they don't, maybe they do know, but maybe it's not a huge thing that's decentralized. Why would someone use Own versus TikTok or Instagram if the decentralization may not even be known?
Yeah, because you're right. Majority of individuals or creators might not even care. So platforms take normally up to 50% from the creators. currently within their revenue streams, and that's whether that's tipping or through the shops and so on and so forth. So they're already taking most of the revenues, and it even could be up to 70% depending on the region that they're from. So right away, we're going off the bat of saying that creators get to keep 80% of their revenues on our platform. So we're already the highest paying platform. So why wouldn't a creator come on our platform, bring their followers, do a live stream, and have very similar revenues on our platform, but get paid 30% more? It's a no-brainer. Then plus owning the content as the byproduct, right? So, these key problems have evolved to being a problem even more, that we just started talking about it on Instagram and started getting multiple downloads of creators that are just frustrated of just not even having the same opportunity or making the same amount. So that's one piece of the problem, is that creators just locally in the US don't make enough money. But then also there's regions like Africa, Latin America, Canada even don't even have access to certain monetization from the platform or the creator funds. And that's where we come in and we say that we provide global equal pay. And how we do that is based on our in-app revenues, which is tipping, sponsorships and ad revenue, licensing of content, own shops, that is going to be AI and matchmaked with brands and creators, but then also our tokenized creator fund. And that's where it's going to be really interesting, because we're able to compensate every creator worldwide equally based on the engagement on our platform, but also their rank. And what we do is we take a percentage of our in-app cash revenues and continue to buy back the token and reward the creators. So it's a full economic loop. And this is the way that we're going to essentially solve a lot of problems worldwide in terms of not compensating creators.
Got it. Okay. So that was a lot. So let's break it down. Okay. First question is, so when the creators monetize on Own, are they earning dollars back, or are they earning an Own token?
Both. So first, we're going out with something that the creators are familiar with, is tipping, and that's in fiat cash. So it's just the same as any other platform where you go and you buy coins with your credit card or Apple Pay, and you buy a certain amount and you're able to tip content or donate content on our platform. 30% of all users tip on TikTok, and on an average of $6.97 per day. It's they make $11 million in revenue a day, TikTok, on just tipping content. So that's something that we're going in right away. And then after that, we have the sponsorships where you can sponsor content that's going viral on the platform. And then we also take a revenue share of that. And then after that, you could also license your content since you own it. You can license it to brands or other users and so on and so forth, which we also take a revenue share. And then Own and AI shops, which is a matchmaking of brands that are able to, the brands that we matchmake with creators on the platform. And then we'll take a small processing fee. And so that's all fiat. And we did it on purpose so that the creator is familiar with the revenue streams and also the process. We don't want to make it overcomplicated, or else we're only going to have the same 500,000 users that are using Blue Sky and so on and so forth of decentralized social media. And then after, they'll be earning token based on engagement that will be coming out in later Q4. That will be integrated in our own wallet that will be just paying them out within the platform.
So right now, creators on Own are earning fiat. They're earning tips and fiat.
That will be launching. Tips will be available in 2 weeks. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, like, what kind of creators are using Own? Are we seeing like food influencers? Are we seeing fashion influencers? Are we seeing, people going to different cities and posting that content?
Our highest category right now is entertainment.
Okay.
On Own, when you post, you could choose up to 3 different categories and that your content's related to. So entertainment is number 1. I think comedy is number 2. And then also crypto is a really big one too. There's a crypto category. We had a competition when we were in Korea Blockchain Week where we had creators posting and they were earning tokens and also cash revenues as well. Of course, the token's not live yet, but they've already earned it on the platform and they can currently earn tokens right now if they share their affiliate link and so on and so forth.
Okay, so I love that this is kind of an app that also caters to the crypto influencers because it is really difficult as, somewhat of an influencer myself in the crypto industry. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and X is my biggest platform because I feel like that's really where a lot of the crypto community is. But like when I'm sharing content on TikTok and Instagram, I feel like it's very difficult to have that content go noticed. And so when you say that Own is good for crypto creators like that, that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah, you could post something on a daily basis and you could be trending. Your content can be trending on a daily basis. Like let's say you're a new project you're trying to either promote your token or your new protocol or whatever project that it is, right? You can go and post it on Own in the crypto category, and then people can upvote, downvote, share, whatever, promote it. And then you could see which ones are the top 10, top 100 projects or influencers in the crypto space. That you could measure also as a new project that wants to hire influencers. Which ones are popular in which, different genre. And then also that's better for you to hire as a KOL or whatnot to promote your product or service as well, because we also have zero bots and it's all based on true human engagement. So it's leveling the playing field and it gives you an opportunity to know that, okay, one, I'm able to compete with all these other influencers fairly, but then I'm rated properly as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. You also brought up a good point about bots and how there are no bots on Own.
Yeah.
So how is that the case? How do you know that?
Well, through our system, there's 2 ways to have bots, right, on your platform. One, you're able to create multiple accounts and so on and so forth. And through our system, it will not be possible through our own ID layer. So you would have to essentially, it's a multiple layer through our infrastructure, which is through our Ethernet protocol that's then connected to our own ID layer, where you have to be a real human being to create that profile, which then creates a dynamic private key that's connected to your online identity. So then when you create another account, the data, it just won't work. I couldn't even create another account, right? Mm-hmm. And then number 2 is bot farming. A lot of these platforms that have 65% bots, they have the APIs and SDK key available so that you can go and have AI bots to go and drive fake influence, right? Or fake engagement. We don't even have that open, so nobody could do that on our platform. So we're going to do the best that we can, of course, but we don't even have those doors open that you can drive that fake engagement.
Mm-hmm. When was Own launched for beta? Because right now, is it still in beta where only specific users can use the app?
Yes. So we launched in beta in May. I think in the next couple of days, the wait list is going to be over. So currently when you download the app, you have a wait list and you either need to be invited by someone in the app or you have to put in a code. But that's going to be gone this week, which is exciting, but it will still stay in beta. We're waiting for live streams and also the tipping so that we could do the full big push, but we're starting to campaign on November 6th.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
So I want to get your thoughts on this. Own is competing with major players, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. How does that feel? I mean, what is the goal that you hope to see? And just how does it feel knowing that you're competing with these big centralized platforms?
Yeah, I mean, exciting, exciting. My background is, I was a I was an athlete. I was a competitive rhythmic gymnast. So I was taught about,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
didn't?
No,
I was, first in Canada, competed for Canada all over the world. So in Pan American Games and Pacific Alliance and so on and so forth. So so I was taught failure at a very young age and to kind of essentially dream big, very young. So for me, I think that training in Russia and competing for Canada was way harder than doing this,
I love that.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it's easy.
It's easy, right? Try training in Russia for a summer, then
oh my gosh,
tell me about startups, But I think I'm very logical, and you have to think about what makes sense. And I've been talking about the importance of online identity for a long time, but I think we're at a stage right now where the average person is understanding. And then a lot of people being screwed over by AI or the platforms. So the timing, it's never been so easy to acquire users and creators onto our platform than it was right now. Ever since the first TikTok ban was announced, it was, we just started to go viral, getting downloads. So it's never, and brands are reaching out to us. Influencer agencies are reaching out to us being like, we're looking for alternatives because we're not making money anymore. Right. So there's just so many gaps. So it's exciting. I think that the time is now for a platform like ours that's decentralized, to take on, but it has to be user friendly. It has to be convenience over privacy. But then if you have both, we could actually convert them. So the ultimate goal is to, of course, be a top media platform, creator platform, social media platform, but also be the Trojan horse to bring mainstream adoption to crypto. Mm-hmm. That is the ultimate goal. And we need an application layer that is a killer app that is that can relate to a 16-year-old or your drunk grandmother and that can use, that is, it's grammar proof and there's no problems in it. And then once we get those user base, we slowly start spoon feeding everything in.
Are there drunk grandmothers that use Own.App? Because I want to follow them.
Probably. Yes, I think there are.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Our user base is mostly between 16 and 24, but we have all ages from all over the world, majority in the US because of the TikTok ban. But yeah, it's great.
It's interesting how you mentioned that Own went viral once the TikTok ban started, because like so many creators got deplatformed overnight and they didn't know where to go. And I think a lot of them did go to like Instagram, but to have something like Own was a good call.
Yeah, it opened a lot of eyes. And at least what it did is that it says, okay, I need to start hedging my bets on platforms. You say you're on all these platforms, you don't even know which one's the best one for you. It's different formats. You're trying to figure out the algorithm. So at least it opened that door. And then when they got demonetized, deplatformed, they couldn't say blood, they couldn't say killed, they couldn't say this. Censorship. People are getting censored for no reason. One of our influencers on our app, her name is Girl in the Verse. She does crypto. She just talks about crypto, like nothing. And she woke up the other day and she was banned from TikTok and she lost all her followers. Yeah. Everything. You work how long to build that reputation and it could be taken just like that? I don't think that's fair.
Well, not only that, yes, it's not fair, but even just personally speaking, obviously I have a lot of crypto content.
Yes.
And I'll put it on Instagram. And you made a good point. The way to grow your following is through paid advertising on these platforms, right? So I had a great clip of the interview I did with Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, put it on Instagram and I wanted to promote it.
You couldn't do it.
No, they just approved the ad. But then I ended up promoting another ad with like me and a Bitcoin thing behind me, which they did approve, but it wasn't a clip. And, clips do better than just pictures, I think. But that is the frustration, at least I think for people in different communities rather than just health, fitness, fashion, whatever. Like you're in crypto or you're in finance and you want to grow on these platforms and you can't because they don't let you. Yeah. So Own is great because, and I'm a user as well, it allows you to share whatever content that crypto content is educational, it's informative, right? Like it's news. Not, right, it's news.
Finance.
So
it's
right,
finance.
Right.
Well, depending on finance, it's real estate, it's everything, right? Yeah. So we only have two rules that are in our terms and conditions that we would censor. That's not allowed is pornography.
Right.
And any kind of illegal, gruesome content, obviously, So those are the two things. But freedom of speech, promote your stuff. You could talk about, whatever it is that you are passionate about, and especially right now that we just recently saw, with that we're seeing going on in the world with Charlie Kirk, and then after that, Jimmy Kimmel, both sides, people are just it's gotten out of control. I don't want to go into and make this political, but as it's really important that, everybody has different ways to monetize and talk about different things, and that are just as important, and they should have the same opportunity to voice that.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So how do you measure user success? Like, people are using these social media platforms all the time. And I think that a lot of the times is like with brands, right? They want to know how many followers you have or how many views you're getting and this and that. Like, how do you measure user success when it comes to social media?
So us as a platform, or if I was a creator?
I think both. Yeah. Let's start you as a creator and then as a platform.
Yeah. As a creator, it would be your ranks. Currently right now, since we are pre-revenue, you can go viral through our merit-based algorithm that's based on true human engagement and multiple factors on how you engage with the platform, when and how long you watch things, and so on and so forth. And also the charts. So within the charts, there's different categories, and overall daily and weekly. And there's the top creator of the week and the hottest content of the day. And that's how creators could measure. And then later on, we're going to have public analytics where brands and advertisers could see, okay, this type of content, she's been trying, it's going to be like a DD chart, that you can see when they're trending, what's trending, and if that's related to you as a brand, if you want to partner with them. And then we'll have the tools for you guys to connect and partner with yourself too. And then later on, which is I'm so excited about, as I mentioned, we're the highest payout platform. My goal is as we see creators start monetizing on the platform, to put a comparison chart of even them having less followers or less engagement, but making more money on our platform than they do on the traditional centralized platforms. And that's how we're really going to be starting to pushing out those case studies in Q1 2026. Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the challenges here, because right now, and when this podcast comes out, the Own token, is it going to be called the Own token, by the way?
Yes.
The Own token may or may not be launched depending on when I put this out. Yeah. But has it been challenging? You guys are going to launch a token and you're catering to a mainstream audience, some crypto influencers, but you're trying to get those people off Instagram and TikTok. Mm-hmm. So has it been challenging knowing that you're launching a token with these people that may not know anything about crypto?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, that is probably a core challenge. I would say. And the solution that we came up with that challenge is that we need to have two different marketing teams and angles. That's going to drive interest for the token, but then also interest for the Web2. So they're not scared by, oh, this is a crypto app, this might be a scam, and so on and so forth, right? And scare them away before they even create a profile. So for our Web2 marketing campaign, we have Jonathan that launched TikTok in the US as head of growth, that's doing all the growth hacking, that's starting our campaigning on November 6th. And then we have a totally different Web3 marketing team and marketing strategy for the KOLs. And that's going to be and we split it up through channels. So for the Web2 creators, we focus on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram. And then and then Discord too, as a kind of a channel as well. That's a mix between Web2 and Web3. And for the crypto Web3 marketing, we focus on X and Telegram. And that way it doesn't confuse the two. And we kind of just change the language. We don't need to talk about decentralization. We don't need to talk about crypto tokens. It's an in-app currency.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
so So Katia, I know that you go to a lot of crypto events. I mean, you're at all of them basically, and you're traveling a lot. It's
so
actually,
are you.
I know, yes. And so like now that we're both in Austin together, it's a very rare occurrence.
Yes.
But are you also going to like, just regular Web2 events to talk about Own? Because I think that that's also really important for you guys as well, to like go to like, these creator events and just talk about what you're doing so that community can be interested and they can learn about it.
Yeah, VidCon, there was something going on in Atlanta this week that we wanted to go to, but there's a lot more creator conferences. CES is one. We were part of the first creator lounge last year, where I spoke at, and there was multiple influencers just walking in. So conferences like that. And then we had a minor presence last year at Coachella, or this year, I guess, sorry, it's still 2025.
Unfortunately,
yes. So we focus on, and South by Southwest, which is a mix. So during South by Southwest, we host at our headquarters in Austin, Texas, which we have a nice creator house where we invite creators to create crypto and not crypto influencers to use as their podcast studio or photo shoots and so on and so forth. And it was a mix. We partnered with brands like Beatbox Beverages, that is still our partner, that hosted invited a bunch of influencers with a collective following of 500 million that came in. And next year is when we're really going to be pushing the Own creator houses, not only in Austin, but all over the world. And also Coachella is going to be something. So we focus on music festivals and stuff like that, because that's where all the creators are going to. Definitely. Obviously take videos is very influencer heavy. So that's where we kind of mix the two. And I like conferences like Token 2049 in Singapore because it had the Formula One.
Right.
And then they had the crypto elements. So we had an event at Vogue, we had both.
I saw that.
It was so much fun. I wish you were there.
Yeah. I wish I was there also, because I was like, oh, wow, that looks really cool. Vogue. Yes. I mean, I love fashion. Yes. So yeah. Cool.
So it's exciting, and we're going to be doing so much of those. So if you guys want to know more about it, go on our website or our socials. We post about them all the time, but we're going to do as much as possible in real life events on both sides. That's important. That's going to get the Web2 creators on, and then get them into the Web3 space. And then we partner with more Web3 companies that can be integrated into our wallet, like their token. But then later on, we're going to be opening our platform to third-party developers to build on top of it as well. So then they could have access to all our user base to get their platforms, protocols, product, service, whatever it is, to bring adoption to them too.
Got it. Okay. So this question actually just came to me, and you either can or you don't have to answer it, but has there ever been a creator? I know we're in beta still, right?
Yeah.
Own is still in beta, but has there ever been a creator that has been deplatformed on Own? And if they have been, why? They have. They went against our terms and conditions. Okay.
And where it was actually during the Career Blockchain challenge that we did. So they tried to game the system, and then they weren't posting essentially Career Blockchain content, got a bunch of fake phones to create fake profiles to go and essentially game the ranking system. So they had to be banned on our platform. And then another person posted illegal content that got a warning because they were a user that we really liked, but they posted some illegal content with illegal substances, let me just say, that we had to make sure that we're not known to be that platform, especially at the early stages.
Got it. Okay. Now, on the opposite side of that, what is some of the content that you really enjoy seeing on Own?
Yeah. I see a mix of things, all of it. People are posting a lot of funny things, the just user generated content that they essentially find funny or create. There's a lot of empowering videos too, where people are really opening up about their journey, whether it's in health or crypto and so on and so forth. So, and that are posting there's some that are posting like at least 10 times a day, so they can go up the ranks even more. And they're messaging us, they're communicating with us, they're calling themselves Onions, which we're
Onions.
we're trying to change it to owners, but it's, I think it's these early adopters that are really making an effort and seeing hope that they're going to, be able to make a living off our platform. It's all beautiful in every way.
Got it. Okay. So I know we're running low on time. So I want to get your thoughts on advice for women, but also men as well. I mean, we're both women in crypto. So advice on like how to get started in the Web3 industry or the creator industry, especially as a woman.
Yeah.
We're obviously the minority in the Web3 industry.
I know. Yeah. So, I mean, I think number one, YouTube University is great. You know what I mean? Like going on YouTube, listening to you.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of these, that's how I started educating myself personally. I'm just watching a lot of these influencers talk about first the basics and then going in, if I want to talk about crypto, showing up to these events, conferences.
Yeah.
I think that's also the best way, is to learn about. And there's obviously different opportunities if you want to just start investing, and, you don't have to invest a lot, and this is no financial advice,
Definitely.
Definitely less that, but it's, just learning that process, and reaching out to people like me, people like you, probably, because I think we're all very open to getting more women involved, and more people involved, in the industry, and making it not so it's in the industry when it's just the new technology. As a creator, I think it's, obviously choose your platform of choice, but I recommend choosing Own. So getting started by owning all of your IP online right away, and then repurposing it anywhere else, but claiming that ownership on our platform, is so important. So then when you do repost it so that you're protected is really important. Is I'd recommend going on the Apple or Google store and downloading the app, or our website, www.ownapp.co, and download that.
Nice. Okay. One last question. This is a fun question and just kind of random. So we are both in Austin. I wouldn't say like full time, but we're here on and off. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing about Austin as a tech founder?
As a tech founder, my favorite thing about Austin, I think you can go, everyone's so community driven and welcoming. There's so many, you meet people here, and people either just moved here or they're OG Austin, and it's so cool to see. And they're so welcoming. That's why we moved here at first, is that my first week here, everyone was like, come to my house and meet my family. Everyone is like so welcoming. There's a lot of tech events. So a great way to get into the industry in crypto or tech, come here and just show up to all these startup events. Everyone is like, come here and learn. The weather is great except for the summer, but otherwise it's great. There's no traffic. I think it's a great place to build a company.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not, it's for me, because I'm part-time San Francisco and then Austin. I feel like Austin just like, it's very down to earth. It's very chill, and it's less busy. That's for sure. But there's still great people here.
Yeah. And you know what I like? There's no pretentiousness. People are wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and you don't know who they are. They could be, Tim Dillon said this funny thing. They could be have you ever been to Austin and play the game Bum or Billionaire? Do you know that? So, where you guess if he's a bum or a billionaire?
I feel like that goes over well in San Francisco as well.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Because a lot of the billionaires look like bums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but everyone's just so humble about it, and welcoming. So it's a good spot. So I recommend it if you're looking to get into tech, whether it's a job, start a company, or just meeting great people, come to Austin.
Cool. Well, Katia, it's been a real pleasure to do this with you. Hopefully we'll have some more collaborations to come.
I think we will.
Yes. And I'm sure our listeners are thrilled to know more about Own. And so just like, if they want to become users, they just go on the website, download the app, and then there's a wait list, and then that will eventually open up.
And also if you DM us, we'll give you the code. And then if you're already on the app, there's an affiliate link. And every time you share that affiliate link, you earn 10 tokens. So you could essentially mine your followers that we're offering now. But our wait list also should be out in the next couple days. But either way, you'll be let in. So, but our community is very responsive, and we'll let you guys in.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Katia.
Thank you.
Thanks. Special thanks to 4Labs Digital for producing Web3 Deep Dive podcast. I'd also like to thank the sponsors behind Web3 Deep Dive. You can click the links in the show notes to learn more about each of the Web3 initiatives from these sponsors. Finally, thanks to the listeners for tuning in. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and share.